I actually have given three attempts for GMAT. Two, I've scored 695 because on the second attempt, I reached the center late because my train got 2 hours late. I think the first step is to keep a calm mind and go for it as calmly as you can. So the third attempt did that for me. And when I even attended the mock of top 1%, the techniques of Octave, the one video which is shared, which tells us what you have to do in that questions. So that helped me a lot, and I thought that these types of insights are what I need to actually crack verbal.
Right.
Having an engineering background, I think that the approach shared in top 1% will help me a lot. Uh, I
You
think 695 is a good score for maybe normal admissions. It translates to I think 740, 750 in the previous edition.
right.
But for the deferred cohort, the average scores are a bit high. A strong profile obviously helps a lot, but a competitive score takes you a long way. So
Right.
I thought that at least I need a 715, and I can do that. I've seen that during my mocks, so why not go for it?
Hi, Kaashvi. Good afternoon. How are you doing?
Good afternoon, I'm doing great.
Thank you so much for joining me today. But one of the most exciting thing is the score GMAT 765. It's a 100 percentile score. Like it's, I think two or three people by now would have gotten that score, and you are in
Oh,
the list. And I'm so proud of you. We are all so proud of you.
thank
Uh,
you so much.
we know that there has been a jump from a 695 to a 765. We'll talk all about it, about your preparation, about what happened in the last leg, what happened in the previous attempt, all of it. But let's look at the fantastic score that you had shared with Richa earlier.
Yeah.
This is something that needs to be framed for sure. Percentile total score just too good, which means to say that you have entire world to choose or all the colleges you have to choose. Like you will be spoiled for choices. You should be. That
Hope
happens.
so.
Quant
Yeah.
100 percentile, verbal 90th percentile, data insight 100 percentile. You also shared your overall performance as well. All of it, it looks so good. 100 percentile. Data insight also entirely 100 percentile. Quant, I think, slightly a miss with critical reasoning. Reading comprehension is also, really good. But overall, here, how many questions did you get wrong?
I think six questions.
6 questions. And more were from critical reasoning than the reading.
Yeah.
All right. Superb. Just so good to see this. Tell me, Kashvi, first of all, how are you feeling?
Uh, it feels surreal. I actually closed my eyes when I finished the paper and I opened it at 765, so I was shocked.
Great.
So,
But amazing. So tell me about yourself. How did this entire journey of starting with GMAT and MBA and all of that start? Where did that, what kicked you to, get started or get into this journey? What inspired you to take up this MBA? Because you were telling me that you are also looking at having a deferred MBA. That's a separate thing. But what really inspired you to start this journey, and how did you meet Sandeep Gupta? How did you end up with top 1%?
yeah. So I was in my final year and I had a PPO. I'm in the consulting. I'm a final year undergraduate at IIT Kharagpur, and I didn't have really anything to do in my final year, and I knew I needed an MBA some point later in my life. So everyone had advised me to go for the GMAT when you are in your studying years, so that makes sense. So I thought I'll do it right now. I usually do things on my own, and I assumed I'd study for the GMAT on my own as well. But my consultant at my internship actually advised me to go for a course. He actually recommended this course to me. So I booked an online appointment. Richa contacted me, and then it was everything with her. I took the mock and everything. So I found it to be really great.
So that's how you stumbled with top 1%. So
Yeah.
when you initially started, was any such section still more challenging than one other? Like, what did you find most difficult? And then when you saw the entire curriculum, how did you adjust it or did you go with what was given to you?
I think quant has been a strong suit for me always, but the verbal one was of course difficult for me. When I gave the first mock, I just gave a mock randomly and I didn't score well in verbal. Verbal part was a bit difficult, and when I even attended the mock of top 1%, the techniques of Octave, the one video which is shared, which tells us what you have to do in that questions. So that helped me a lot, and I thought that these types of insights are what I need to actually crack verbal.
Right.
Having an engineering background, I think that the approach shared in top 1% will help me a lot.
Resonated with you also.
Yeah.
Exactly. Okay. And in terms of the study plan and the structure that was given to you, and even the course material, what did you find most effective? And And how did you go about preparing? What material stood out for you in your preparation?
I took the self-paced course because that's where I work well, not with specific deadlines. So I took the course. I just went through the live course and bridge course as it was given. But the best part for me to improve my skills were the 700 to 800 PDFs for both critical reasoning and reading comprehension. So that just gave a confidence to me to improve my accuracy in verbal. Because and that's how even getting 6 questions incorrect has been the maximum I got incorrect in verbal in any mock. So this was if I had gotten, I could have gotten better there even then because in the 695 I had, I think 3 questions wrong in verbal.
Right.
So I think verbal was improved for me a lot using those PDFs of 6, 700 to 800 and also the sectional test which the platform provides. So it
Right.
just ingrained in me those concepts and it they never left my mind. Even after giving the 695 attempt, when I decided to re-give the test, I did not study much. I just had a preparation of about a week and it was enough for the next two.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
So what happened during the 695 preparation when you got through? Uh, and as soon as you got that score, what did you see what's missing, and what correction did you make in that 1 week?
I think the 695 score I got was in December. Uh, I was kind of postponing studying a bit, so I just booked the exam for 16 December and just started studying for it. And I think that's where I rushed a bit into it because I thought I'll have to complete the exam in December. It I had scored around 725 in mocks, so I thought I could do better than 695, even though it's a good score, but I knew I could do better. So I decided to re-give the exam in February or March because my semester has started by then. And then I just gave mocks and revised things a bit. I talked to people at the top 1%. They helped me what to do after the attempt. So I think I just gave mocks and practiced those PDFs to improve my accuracy. And that was it.
One of the most favorite that I ask almost every student is, see, a structure's plan and everything is given to you. What is your mantra or probably your motivation to stay active? You said you rushed through the first preparation, but overall, what is it that you couldn't have done without? Like maybe 3 hours every day, consistency, maybe so many things, right? But for your preparation, what is that one thing that you just could not skip?
Um, I think for me, a preparation is not a month long or 2 month long thing. For me, it was like 15 dedicated days for the preparation.
Yeah.
So for me, it's because I go back to my JEE phase. Then I've given the JEE exam, and then I know that if I study for 15 days consistently day and night, then I can do it. So I think that for me is something that you have to stay focused on it for some time, and then you get it.
So if there was no Sandeep Gupta in the preparation, how do you think GMAT would have turned out to be otherwise?
I
Like
think
you look back.
I would have struggled a lot with compiling the resources, which I didn't have to do right now. Resources are paid, and compiling them is just too cumbersome, and I can't do that. So I think the resources helped a lot. Also, Sandeep's videos are very motivating, actually.
Yeah.
I saw half of the Know the World series as well, and those videos have been helping a lot, and it's very motivating. So.
So tell me what happened on the test day. What are the test strategies that you implemented? And like in terms of even the section that you chose. Obviously, you could have possibly gone by your strengths, quant, DI, and verbal, or was that the order, or was there any other order, and why did you choose that particular order? And during the exam, how did it pace through in terms of the number of questions, in terms of the difficulty level questions? Was it anything out of the box, and even the time that you taken to complete the section?
My mindset while choosing the sections every time was that I need to start fresh, and so I'll do the section which I'm most weak in. So I started with verbal, and and then when giving mocks, I discovered that while forming the verbal section, I usually don't go back to change my answers. Even
Okay,
when I do, I don't think that another answer is more correct because we can review questions in this edition.
right.
So I just know that even if 2 minutes are left at the end, I won't really have to go revisit the questions. I'll do it either right or wrong at the first attempt. For me, that is it. So I think saving time was not an issue in verbal. I just had to pace myself enough so that I don't leave any questions in the end. So that was my strategy in verbal. I think the strategy of when I see the length of a paragraph, I know if I have to take 5 minutes or 7 minutes according to the preparation. So that helps a lot. Then I go with quant without taking a break because quant I can just do. It's my suit. So quant, no problem. I do finish it in 20, 25 minutes and then I can revisit all the questions. I think the first attempt I got one question in quant wrong, and that decreased my score a lot. So the next attempt I knew I can't have any question wrong, so I revisited all the questions to make sure that it was correct.
In the 765 attempt, you went by the same approach of
Yeah, yeah,
Quant and DI?
yeah, same
Correct.
approach.
So, and tell me one thing, in the practice also, the practice test from the mock portal that we had, how was it? Was it extensive for you? And did you approach in a similar fashion? Like, and what was the score
I
for telling you, like the mock score? Because it's a lot difficult than they
Yeah.
actually give. So, what was the score reflection like?
So top 1% mocks, wasn't scoring well at all. So there my attempts range from 625 to 725. So these were the attempts. So, but I knew these are difficult than the actual scores, and then I would give the official mock and know my actual standing. But preparing for a difficult mock actually prepares you for the worst.
Did
So
it demotivate you anywhere, or did it motivate you otherwise?
initially, it did demotivate me, but then I talked to people, especially the one who had recommended this course, and he said that it's just preparing you for the worst. You can see your actual score reflection in the official mocks, but for practice, these are nice.
Yeah.
So I think that was my mindset for those mocks.
Right. The mindset has to be very clear. Even if you get a lower score, it's not meant to put you down. It's really meant
Hmm.
to, take you to the next
Yeah.
level. So if you're now reflecting back, because you got the score, very recently. So looking back at your GMAT journey, is there anything that you would like to just add in your do's and the don't list for anyone who probably maybe, looking for uh, what is a success for a 765 per se? What would you say as a do's and the don'ts?
I think the first do is to have a calm mindset while giving the exam. I actually have given three attempts for GMAT. Two, I've scored 695 because on the second attempt, I reached the center late because my train got 2 hours late. The center is 3 hours away from our college. So we have to take that into consideration, and the train got late. So I think the first step is to keep a calm mind and go for it as calmly as you can. So the third attempt did that for me. So that would be a major do. I think the don'ts is also the same, that don't just panic and go to the exam.
Right. So obviously, I'm sure we'll have an off-record, conversation about what schools. But at the same time, you are familiar with the fact that a good score really would put you to that place. So that a reason why you wanted to improve? Like 695 was like even when I had a conversation back in December to have this, you were like, no, just wait, Natasha. I'm looking to give another attempt. So what was in your mind? You
Yeah.
were not settling with that score.
Uh,
You
I
were
think 695 is a good score for maybe normal admission. It translates to, I think, 740, 750 in the previous edition.
right.
But for the deferred cohort, the average scores are a bit higher. 715, I talked to Autry as well, and he also told me that 715 is the minimum score you need to have to even apply. So, a strong profile obviously helps a lot, but a competitive score takes you a long way. So
Right.
I thought that at least I need a 715, and I can do that. I've seen that during my mock, so why not go for it? So
Yes.
that was my mindset behind giving the exam again.
So, which means to say you're looking to apply, like get into a school maybe in 26, 27, defer, considering deferred
I'll apply for the deferred
this year.
applications right now, and we'll go 3, 4 years later, maybe
Before
refer
you-
later.
Perfect, perfect. Amazing. I mean, I also see this happening, can also visualize, but good things, lined up. But I think there are greater things before you go to the school that you can achieve, with the network that you kind of build. We've already seen that with someone totally admire at this point, Harshit Jain, he got into deferred and wanted, but his school
Oh.
choice was different. But what he achieved, after graduation until he chooses to go to the school is tremendously, I don't know even if he wants to go to school anymore, but considering what he's
Hmm.
achieved and what he got through the network, I think that's what I visualize and hope, something happens for you. You end up going to the school, but you achieve a lot in between as well. So really hope that turns out for you as well. What we'll do is we'll connect again offline just to tell you
Yes.
some questions that you had about certain schools. But thank you so much for joining me today, Kaashvi. Again, all
Thank
the
you
very
so much.
best. So lovely to see this course. So lovely to talk to you. And we'll again connect very soon.
It
Okay.
was great talking to you,
Yeah,
Natasha.
we'll obviously have a conversation going. There's so much more that I would love to share. Whatever
Yeah.
you want to ask, we'll connect off record. Yeah.
Yeah.
Take care.
Okay.
Good night.
Bye.
Bye.